For the sixth time in the last 7 seasons, the Minnesota Lynx are in the WNBA Finals. But even if appearances in the finals have become routine, there's no lack of motivation for this year's squad. They're looking to avenge a heartbreaking finals loss to the Les Sparks, who defeated the Lynx in a hard-fought 5-game final last year. Obviously, when you're in the finals you want to have that sense of, if you lose you're losing to someone better, if we win, we're beating someone really great, said Lynx guard Maya Moore. And so, it's exactly set up that way. Both teams are brimming with talent. The Lynx core hasn't changed much. In addition to Moore, there's this year's league MVP Sylvia Fowles, along with Lindsay Whalen, Rebekkah, Brunson and Seimone Augustus. They've been the top team in the league all year, with a 27-7 record. Though the team's offense has been run through Fowles much more this year than last. The Les Sparks lost veteran Kristi Tolliver to free agency and added point guard Odyssey Sims, but are otherwise very similar to the team the Lynx faced a year ago. Former WNBA MVP Candace Parker and the 2017 Defensive Player of the Year Alana Beard pose tough matchups for the Lynx. Just because last year's series was a great one doesn't guarantee this year will be, said Lynx head coach Cheryl Reeve. Just know that there are a lot of good players are going to be on the floor. They're extremely well coached. They're a very confident team. They're sure of their identity. And we're all of those things too, minus the quality coaching. Reeve is quick with a self-deprecating joke, but she's no slouch. She's a 2-time WNBA Coach of the Year. And she's also got a lot of confidence heading into the series. Honestly, I think we're in a better place than what we were last year, she said. We were going through, and you guys don't know this, but between the semifinals and the finals last year, we had some stuff internally that happened. And it kind of jolted us a little bit and knocked us off our stride, and we didn't have great practices leading into the finals. So we're already ahead of the game. Lindsay Whalen, a freelance writer who writes about the WNBA, said this matchup was unanticipated for most of the season. I just expect it to be a hard-fought battle. I expect it to go all 5 games, Whalen said. For the Lynx, I think that their strength is their team style of play. And when their key players, namely the starting 5, are rolling, their team competes at a higher level. She said the Sparks' stingy, disruptive defense could be trouble for the Lynx, who thrive on rhythm and going on scoring runs. Whalen said for the Lynx, the key player is Lindsay Whalen. We saw what happened when she was out with a hand injury. The Lynx weren't the same team without her, and they lost a stretch of games without her on the court, without her running the offense, she said, pointing to the Lynx going 7-5 in the 12 regular season games Whalen was out. And then we saw what happened when she returned back for the playoffs. They swept the Mystics. She is the gas that makes the offensive engine run. There are several notable echoes of Whalen's senior season at the University of Minnesota. That year she broke her hand mid-season, only to return to lead the team to its first ever Final Four appearance. The Lynx will also play their home games at the U's Williams Arena. All of that hasn't been lost on Whalen. It's kind of weird, like as an adult now being on campus. So it's like going to practice every day but you're 35 and the last time you were there you were 21, she said. But playing there again has been fun, and it's the court and everything and obviously an amazing atmosphere, so it's really cool. But it's a little weird being on campus. The Lynx are gunning for a 4th title, but veteran Seimone Augustus, asked whether another championship will help cement the team's legacy, said she feels it's already there. 6 finals in the last 7 years, that's unheard of for any WNBA team, she said. Winning 3 championships throughout that time says a lot about this team. The individual accolades, the list goes on with what this team was able to accomplish. So win or lose, I feel like we've put ourselves up there with some of the great teams in this league. Sunday's tip-off is at 2:30 p.m. at Williams Arena.